You send a simple message, nothing complicated, just checking in. Minutes pass, then more time. Still no reply. And your brain doesn't like the silence, so it starts filling the gap. Maybe they're upset. Maybe you said the wrong thing. Maybe something's wrong. Nothing has actually happened, but your mind is already at the worst-case ending. Then the message finally arrives. Sorry, just busy. And just like that, the disaster disappears, because it was never real to begin with. This isn't a flaw. It's your brain doing what it was designed to do.
Isn't it a funny thing? You could be having a perfectly lovely day when suddenly your mind premieres a disaster movie right between your ears. This isn't you being silly. It's your brain running on very old software. It's like having a Stone Age alarm system in our modern Wi-Fi connected world. For our ancestors, a rustle in the bushes could be a saber-toothed tiger. The person who immediately thought, tiger, and ran, survived. So, that hyper-vigilant alarm was a brilliant survival tool. The main reason your brain can be a drama queen is the negativity bias. It means your brain is like Velcro for bad experiences and Teflon for good ones. This is hardwired into us. From a survival perspective, a threat is always more important than a pleasantry. If an ancestor ate a poisonous red berry, the brain created a powerful memory. Red berry, bad. This is your brain's safety department at work. But it's a nightmare when it applies the same logic to a critical performance review or a friend not texting back. If you've had a bad experience, your brain projects that old failure onto new situations. It's trying to protect you, but can trap you in a cycle of expecting the worst. This triggers the fight or flight response. Your body gets flooded with stress hormones, your heart pounds, and your muscles tense up. Fantastic for fighting a lion, but unhelpful when the threat is just an overflowing inbox. Alright, so we know our brains are a bit prone to melodrama. The good news is we don't have to just sit there and take it. We can learn to be the calm, reassuring manager of our own internal security team. One of the most powerful and simple things you can do is to just breathe. I know it sounds ridiculously simple, but it works. When that alarm goes off and your heart starts racing, take a moment to deliberately slow down your breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Do this 3 or 4 times. It sends a direct message to your nervous system that says, all clear. No tigers here. Once you've taken a breath, it's time for a little fact-checking. Your anxious brain is a terrible statistician. It thinks that if something is possible, it's probable. Your job is to be the calm voice of reason. Ask yourself, how likely is this really? What's a more probable outcome? If you're worried your boss is furious with you because of a short email, consider the other possibilities. It's important to remember that your brain is fundamentally on your side. It is not your enemy. That internal alarm is an ancient instinct to protect you. Think of it as a dedicated but jumpy colleague. You don't need to fire them. You just need to manage them. Instead of fighting it, try approaching it with kindness. Acknowledge the concern, thank it for the warning, and then gently guide it with facts and calm reassurance. The goal is to recalibrate it from a siren into a helpful chime. This ancient mechanism is a binary on or off switch designed for life or death situations. It's not broken, it's just an incredibly dedicated, if slightly outdated security guard doing its job with a little too much enthusiasm. This mental movie making is often fed by an endless stream of negative information from the outside world. The news, social media, it's a constant buffet of potential disasters. So how do we stop this runaway train of thought? The first trick is simply to name what's happening. Just pause and say to yourself, there's that story again. By labeling the thought, you create distance, shifting from being the main character in the horror film to watching it from the audience. Also, limit the fuel you're giving the fire. You wouldn't eat junk food all day and expect to feel healthy, so why feed your mind a constant stream of anxiety-inducing information? Finally, take one small concrete action. Taking action is the perfect antidote to feeling powerless. Pick one tiny pebble and deal with it. This small step breaks the cycle of passive worry and reminds your brain that you are in control. It proves that you are not helpless in the face of the perceived threat, which in turn helps to dial down that overzealous alarm system. A real fire, someone just burning the toast. This recalibration is a practice, not a one-time fix. It takes patience and repetition, a little bit like training a puppy. Breathe, check the facts. Take a small action, you're reinforcing a new, calmer pathway in your brain. So the next time your mind serves up a 5-star disaster film, just smile. Acknowledge your brain's creative effort. Thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then take a slow, deep breath. Remember that this Stone Age hardware is just doing its best in a confusing modern world. You are the one in the driver's seat. Listen to the warning, check the map calmly and confidently, continue on your journey. You'll be absolutely fine.